the engine bay right now. Maybe asking yourself what you're watching, honestly, I don't know either. This is the Mr2 SW21 chassis that I'm building here. This one actually was already built with the cage in it when I came across it. One of the other local Mr2 shops around here was very generous and gave it to me for an extremely low price. Something that he probably knew was going to get me into racing. So I very much appreciate that. But pretty much what you're going to see here is going to be me testing out a lot of stuff on this here chassis. It's going to be a good test mule for it. I believe it's never been in a collision, anything like that. It's an SW21 chassis. Pretty low numbers too. I think it was in the thousands or so. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna try out a few things on this. We already have a pretty good parts list already going for you guys. A lot of stuff that you'll recognize. I try not to stray off too far on any bit of that stuff. But usually seeing me doing some pretty crazy stuff out in the garage, which is usually pretty entertaining for most folks. You're going to see welding all the way from engine welding to the engine building. I have a fully built 3S back there too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going to be going into this here chassis. We might even crack that open and show you guys what's inside of there, as well as how we picked out all the parts for this stuff. What was important for this type of track racing, and this Mr2 setup, I think, is really important. We've seen quite a few drag ones, quite a few K20 ones here recently. But this is going to be a Gen 3, very accessible stuff, and all stuff that I know from the Mr2 community you guys have all wanted to try for a long time. So yeah, follow me along, and we'll take a quick look at this guy. We got a lot more left to do on the chassis before we can drop it back down on the stock suspension, and maybe finish off a bit of the stitch welding here. You want it down on the stock suspension on the pretty close to what you think it's going to be set up as, especially when you start welding things together, just so you don't have any it can bend, and kind of the entire car is a little bit amorphous. So if you start welding stuff in place when it's at a weird angle, you can actually weld it into that weird angle. But anyways, a lot of this stuff is already done too, so we're just going to be finishing up some stuff. It'd probably even be okay if I did it while I was up in the air, but we're just going to be as cautious as possible. It's a nice chassis. It's a hard top as well too. So yeah, follow me along, and we're gonna see what we can find here.